All right, so that man Deion Sanders picked up a verbal commitment from the high school ranks recently that should have your attention if you're a Buffs fan, or perhaps anybody else too. He flipped a verbal commit by the name of Dylan Edwards, who is a four-star running back, originally from the state of Kansas, not a recruiting hub. He was, however, the Gatorade Player of the Year in Kansas. He's a top 10 running back in the 2023 recruiting cycle. Yes, I said 2023 recruiting cycle. This could be a guy who puts his name on a piece of paper in ink committing to Coach Prime and the Buffs in about a week, depending on when you listen to this. He's 5'9", 165 pounds, all-purpose kind of guy. He said he wants to be, quote, the best all-purpose player in the country. We'll see if Coach Prime and the offense that they're able to cook up there in Boulder allows him to do that. They'll certainly have to be better than what they were this year. Spoiler, I suspect they will be. He tallied 1,900 yards and 32 touchdowns this year en route to being the Gatorade Player of the Year in Kansas. And he instantly becomes the highest rated player in the 2023 recruiting cycle for the Buffs. Coach Prime has been a regular topic here on the show because I look at the numbers. I know that many of you are interested in him. I'm interested in him as well. And there's kind of a Pandora's box or Schrodinger's cat element to what he's going to be. We won't know until we take the lid off. But you're starting to see little bits of cracks of what he could potentially do. And if he is able to go get not just a player of this caliber, a player of this caliber who was verbally committed elsewhere, it has to give you premonitions about what he could be down the road as a recruiter, what sort of talent he can actually bring in to Colorado. Because most of us, myself included, expect him to raise the recruiting profile of Colorado. But the question of how high can they go, nobody definitively knows the answer. Buffs fans would probably tell you he could get top 10 nationally. Coach Prime doubters and haters would probably say he won't even crack the top 30. It's Colorado. I'm here to tell you that someone who this late in the cycle, in the 2023, this is not a 2024 class. Oh, by the way, he flipped a 2025 four-star wideout from Texas A&M. Now, that's way down the line, but a testament to the caliber of player he's expecting to be able to attract as the head coach of Colorado. The fact that this late in the cycle, this close to the early signing period, he was able to flip this guy, not from some random school, but from one of the best programs in the country in Notre Dame on the recruiting front this year, and a big brand who went 8-4 this year, and it felt like a dud. Can you imagine if Colorado went 8-4 in year one? Coach Prime might be out of there real quick because a bigger offer might come along. It would be a miracle. I don't anticipate that happening. However, this is not the sort of commit that you say, oh, wow, that's a good player. This is the sort of commit, given that he was trending heavily towards Notre Dame and that it's so late in the process, that you look at and go, wait, if he can get that sort of kid, what's going to happen when he's got months and months to make a pitch to a given recruit? And this is a very encouraging first step if you're a Colorado fan. Because the biggest thing Colorado needs, even more than a schematical improvement, is they need talent. The roster is really lacking in basically every position group. They need bodies. They need guys who can come in and be quality Power 5 capable football players, because they just haven't had enough of them over the last several years. And I don't think we've heard yet, at least not to my knowledge, anything on whether or not Travis Hunter would come over from Jackson State. But we know he's got his son coming in to play quarterback. And now we know he's got Dylan Edwards. And now I think it's only going to keep going up. There has not been an indicator whether it's his time at Jackson State, his early tenure at Colorado, this commitment, or anything about him that indicates he's going to be slowing down on the recruiting front, that this is going to be the best commitment he ever gets. It's already the highest rated player in the 2023 cycle. Colorado has been struggling to get 4-star guys to come to Boulder for years, and Coach Prime did it in a couple of weeks with a guy who was heavily trending and verbally committed to Notre Dame. I think this could be the first of many dominoes to fall. And we will continue to cover them here on the show because I think this is a really interesting case study in just how impactful Coach Prime can be on a program. Because Colorado is not a quick turnaround, even for Coach Prime. But just how quick it can be will depend on the sort of talent he brings in and what results they can deliver next year. Their schedule is fascinating. They've got TCU again. That is going to get a fat number in the college football world. I think it'll be on ESPN again. It was this year. I think ESPN's licking their chops of putting Coach Prime's first game as a Buffs head coach against a team coming off of a college football playoff appearance, maybe a national championship appearance if they're able to beat Michigan. I tell you what, that is college football galore. That is really quality stuff, and this is a really quality get for Deion Sanders. It's less about the player himself, who has the potential to be a really good player for the Colorado offense. It's more about what it could mean for the Buffs going forward. Appreciate everyone listening. I will see you next time. Rest easy, Coach Leach, and have a wonderful rest of your day.